What's up, Slycat? How are you? Good to see you tonight. What's up, Bill? How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Doc? Hey, Leland. How are you? I'm going to be at church on Sunday. I'm not going to be there this weekend, bud. I'm going to be with my wife. What's up, Ohio? How you doing? Fellow train enthusiasts. Yes, indeed, we are. Oh, it's cold. Got a new angle tonight. Trying out. See how things look up there in that corner. Jim's, what's going on, man? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. CSX Trains, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Doc, like the bridge shot. Thanks, man. Yeah, I wanted to try something different. It came out, it's looking pretty good. We're running stuff on the inside loop tonight. Aaron, how are you doing? The outside loop, if you guys saw the video, it is together. However, I don't feel too comfortable with just running stuff and sitting here and not being able to see it since the loop's so new. And there's a couple of spots that are a little bit bumpy right now. Nothing that I can't fix, obviously, but I just try to avoid that altogether right now. What's up, James? How are you? Sleeves. Good to see you. Nice train going. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Right video is lagging. We'll check it out when it comes around here. Dathan, what's up? How are you? Ohio's trying to adjust to the time change. Yeah, I mean it's not too bad, I guess. After a couple of days, the first weekend's a little wonky, but then it gets to be okay. Longer days, more light out, which is nice. Start doing stuff outside. Looks like it's about decent right now. It's lagging too bad. We'll be all right. What's up, KNR? Rich, how you doing? That time already? Yeah, I know, right? The week comes quickly. Chase Railway Lines. What's up? How are you? Welcome to the Wednesday live stream. Dathan, hey Mike, sorry I didn't get up with you this past weekend. Things got, but nah, it's all good, man. I understand. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. You know how to reach me. You got my number. No problem at all. I get it. Good layout. Thanks, CSX. I appreciate that. And growing. I got a new. I use an iPad to run my stuff because I have the base 3. But this is like the iPad 2 mini. So I recently just upgraded and have the new one coming because this won't run DCS because it needs whatever version of iOS that this it just won't support it. So I just decided to get a new iPad, and I like the way the sliders and things are on this better than I like the way that they're on the phone. These ones are more smooth. The one on the phone is a little jerkier, and I don't really like that one. So that's the next thing to hook up. So that'll be nice. Burnsy's in here. What's up, Burnsy? We're hanging out at Mike's place. What? Yeah, Burnsy, come on up. Chase is doing good. Glad to hear it. It seems like the weeks just go so fast anymore, you know? All in good times, though, you know, just trying to live in the moment. It's like the week just flies by. Plus, I'm sure a lot of you guys, too, coming up here in the next month or two, you'll start doing stuff outside and doing different projects. And, you know, that time of the year where you're mowing the grass. I love mowing grass. It's one of my favorite things to do. Cookouts and hanging out at the pool. Good stuff coming up. Rich says he's thinking of 4th of July weekend as one of the weekends to Trainapalooza. What does everyone think? I'm hoping for a date in June if 4th of July isn't a good weekend for everyone. I know the 4th probably won't be good for me because we do host a big thing here. But Rich, we'll talk. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that for sure. I know I've been putting that off, but we do need to solidify that. James found a caboose. Or no, Ken found the caboose that he's been bugging you for. Oh, which one is it, Slycat? I'm on a little bit of a spending freeze right now just because of just in general, but trying to focus more on doing the mountains and some scenery stuff right now. So that's where a lot of the focus is going to be for the foreseeable future. The big boy is going to be in Philly for the 4th of July. I did not know that. I didn't hear that. That's news to me. That's exciting. That's really exciting. Oh, CNO 90234 yellow, last run of them. Oh, is that MTH? I'm assuming it's MTH. Canner Rich, he's good for anything starting in June and on. Fantastic. Schedule's a little more wide open. It's like, oh, it's Atlas. Okay. What's your guys' consensus on that? Do you like, or Slycat, do you like Atlas cabooses? Like, what's the difference between those and like Lionel? Do you prefer one over the other? I don't have any Atlas cabooses, or caboose, I should say. Um, most of mine are, well, I think it's an even split, MTH and Lionel. Probably the well, I shouldn't say Atlas is the least rolling stock that I have. Probably Weaver. Probably Weaver is the least that I have. That's actually Weaver, but I mean a lot of the stuff that's retooled or whatever. Not retooled, just ex Weaver tooling, I should say. Rich doesn't want to compete with the big boy. Atlas and MTH, but mostly Atlas Slycats. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll have to look into some Atlas. Thought all the Lionel ones I've seen aren't scale. No, I think they're scale. Slycat says older Atlas is probably the best. That's cool. I have no K-line cabooses. I have some K-line hoppers that I like. I like their die-cast hoppers. They're some of my favorites. The two bays. But I don't. And I think I have a couple pieces of maybe. I think I could just regular like box cars and stuff. But I don't have anything. No cabooses. No K-line cabooses. Have to start working on that. Burnsy, you can fix my Weaver problem. Of course, you're going to have a lot of Weaver, Burnsy. I gotta up my game with the Redding stuff. I'm looking at some 2-bay hoppers, some Redding ones. Those are on the wish list, and I think that's about it from Redding right now. Of course, you gotta get the anthracite, right? You heard Lionel is usually semi-scale. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe depending on what you're getting, but like these ones that I have, like something like this, like these are scale. This is another Lionel one. I mean, they're definitely scale. I don't know too much about cabooses, so just in general, it's something that I need to read up on and do a little bit more research with his cabooses. Ohio says I have more RMT rolling stock than original. Oh, nice. Yeah, RMT stuff's pretty easy to start collecting because of the price and how many you get for the road number. K&R's got a bunch. Southern Pacific, Union Pacific, Santa Fe, Alaska, British Columbia, and K-Line. Nice. I have all of them. That doesn't surprise me. I dabble in collecting anthracite. Of course you do. Burnsy, how many Redding pieces of rolling stock do you have that's Redding? Roughly. I like the 2-bay. I like the fish belly hoppers. They're nice. There's some on T&K that I was looking at. I think they're Lehigh Valley, though. And they're like maybe $300 for 6 of them. Not too bad. Pretty decent price. I think it's T&K. Maybe it's, yeah, that one is. I think Muffin. Here's one thing that I'm trying to do too, guys. Like, I'm trying to find like a really good MTH dealer, because a majority of the stuff that I've gotten from MTH is at shows, or a lot of it's been from like Muffin. So if anybody recommends a really good MTH dealer that like has good prices, you know, feel free to shoot them my way. I mean, I don't mind, you know, buying from Muffin and stuff like that, but I don't know if there's any other retailers out there that are. He just seems to have everything like come up on his website, where a lot of people else don't. I think maybe Pat's Trains does, but I could be wrong. Hey Darren, what's going on, man? Guernsey has 20 to 30 cars. The more impressive thing is I have 17 Reading arch roof passenger cars. That's pretty impressive, actually. Doc has up to 80 to 90 Reading freight. Attaboy. CSX, good stream. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, guys, Ohio says Stockyard Express. Okay. Just Trains in Delaware. But like, I need a website that like, do they show what like what they have in stock, or like what their like pre-order stuff? Just Trains, Delaware. Okay, I'm gonna check these guys out. Just Trains. I love how you go here, and it's like the first thing you see is the Volume 2 catalog from 2020. What's up, Radar? How are you? Don't forget to hit the like button. Radar's on top of that. He's on top of that. Still got Christmas sales going on in here at Just Trains. Because I'm wanting to pre-order or put an order in for a Mohawk, a New York Central Mohawk, and you know, I'd like to give some business to some other retailers. Pete will be at York. Okay. What's up, Sam? I like the expansion video. It's looking good. Thanks, man. I just did something real quick. Nick Smith. Another one. There's some really good ideas in here, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dixie Union Station in Mason, Ohio. Okay. Let me try Nicholas Smith once. I've purchased from them at shows. Really great people. Really, really good people. Atlas pre-orders. MTH pre-orders. Not a whole lot on the website here. I might just have to call. Stockyard's one of JD Stux's favorite dealers. Okay. Iron Horse. That's the other one. I like those guys. I've bought a lot of scenery material from them, and I think I've got some rolling stock from them as well. Dixie Union Station's website is 3 Rail Trains. Chase started getting SKL. Nice. Jim says I can pre-order the Mohawk from Clyde at Stockyard. Just need to give him a call. Will he be will he be as good as like Muffin? Like, are these guys? I mean, I'm assuming. I think 1529 is what I'm seeing for a price. Let me do this once. I can tell you which one I'm looking at. I'm looking for. I think it's an L3. $39. Roller bearing side rods. It's not that one. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to give these guys a call. 7-11, how are you? Been to Stockyard. They do things right. Maybe I'll give them a call. What's up, Dell? How are you? Jim says they're better usually than Muffin on price. All right, I'll give him a call. I've bought from Stockyard before as well, but not any engines or anything like that. TH Premier. I mean, they keep their website updated, it looks like. Dreyfus in stock. Oh, that's a good price. New York Central Niagara Proto Sound 2 for $760. York special, if he still has it. I gotta stop looking at these websites. Oh, there we go. 14. Yeah, see, he's a little more expensive. I think. No, he's not. He's cheaper. Stockyard Express is a little cheaper. I'll have to check it out. If I was at $14.49 or $14.99. Stockyard's at $14.99. Muffin's at $15.29. So that's already a win right there. It's already a win. They mispriced an item in the store and was going to sell it to me at that price. Not sure every store would do it. Yeah. I wonder if I call... I always forget that I still have a store that's local here, but they're like an online store and they don't really advertise. And again, it's one of those things you have to call them. And do you guys know, is Stockyard Express, do they have tax? Because if they have tax, I mean, then you might as well just get it from Muffin because he doesn't have tax. Andrew, how's it going? Thanks for coming on. Always good to see you. Many projects. What's going on? Happy Wednesday for sure. Yeah, same to you. Same to you, sir, my friend. Well, let's do this. Let's try this once. Can you buy on Stockyard Express's website? you have to call in. Oh, they just got some WTIUs in. I know some people have been looking for those. Kurzbowski's is pretty well stocked usually. That's true. Tax. So, I mean, you get a $1,500 engine. Pay tax on that, you know, that's... I don't know. Sales tax sucks. I get tired of getting taxed for everything. You get taxed like 3 times when you get something. Tax when you earn it. Tax when you spend it. It's nuts. Taxes suck. You can only buy on the phone? Okay. I don't know if I said that already or not. Deja vu. It's better to call them. It's a real stockyard too. They're out. Are they Ohio? Are they? Is it like Dublin, Ohio, or something like that? Is that where they're located, or something? I think they're Ohio, right, guys? Obviously, you guys are gonna know because you can go there. That's for my big boy 4014 comment earlier. I've heard that it's coming east via Cleveland and then gonna head down through the Lehigh Gorge and have a boiler wash at Reading and Northern. Are you serious? That's gonna be insane. Then it's gonna come out Philly, Valley Forge, and Old Philadelphia and Reading line. Doc, where did you hear this from? Is this like public information or not? If it isn't, you don't have to say. That's pretty cool. That's really exciting. It's going to be a pretty big to do. Oberlin, Ohio. Okay. Dublin, Oberlin. Something. I knew it was something Lynn. Maybe I'll give them a call. Give them some business. Because I don't know about you guys, but those Mohawks look nice. I'm pretty excited for those. And I think they said they're going to be out at the end of, well, you know how MTH is. They say they're going to be out. They announce something. They say it's going to be out 6 months later, and it's a year and a half. But I'm okay with that. I just have to figure out which one I want to get and get my pre-order, and if I want darkened rod or polished rods. And I want to... Doc just said, Aaron, that it's going to be in around July, so summertime, late June, early July in our area. Well, where I'm at, it's going to head west to Lancaster, Harrisburg, and Altoona. Nice. So I could probably see it twice when it comes in and when it goes back out. So yes, going to go around Horseshoe Curve. Yeah, which is we did hear that. There was pictures of guys that were wearing vests with 4014 logos on them out at the curve. Caboose stop, Hobbies in Cedar Point, Cedar Falls, Iowa. Had a great selection, I think. a call, not much to do with their website anymore. Gotcha. That's going to be a cool experience. That's going to be a cool experience. I wonder how long did they say, Doc, how long it's going to take? Is it going to be like a 2-week run, or? I mean, it almost would have to be. I can't imagine how many people would be at Horseshoe Curve the day that thing comes through. I can't imagine. Aaron says he might see it around Cleveland or Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think I'll probably hit it. I mean, if it sounds like the way what Doc was saying about it going through down through Reading and things like that, and then hitting Philly and then coming back through, maybe you get a chance to see it twice. That would be cool. Doc heard it from someone that had contacts in Norfolk Southern documents. Nice. I mean, that sounds legit. As legit as it's going to be, right? But that's very exciting. It's going to be a fun summer. It's like a once in a lifetime thing, you know? Train Addict, how are you? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Tonight we're running, we're going out west a little bit tonight. We're running the UP 844 with some UP passenger cars. Got Train Addict, and a Train Addict says hello to everyone now. So yeah, we got some UP running tonight. Darren says for the big boy, look to see it at its 30-minute stops in small town. That would be the coolest. It flies pretty fast through other places. I think the curve and knowing, like, I think if it knows it's going to be going through heavy trafficked area, it's gonna slow down a little bit. I think it'll be run at a limited speed, if like slow speed. But what a sight it would be to hear that thing chuffing away up through the curve on that grade. It'd be awesome, because you know it's not going to be smoking through there. It'll be crawling through there. Are they doing a documentary on it? Because I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to follow it. I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to follow it across the country, but I think it would be cool if they did like a documentation of it. You know, that would be fun. But again, I'm sure there'll be a lot of YouTubers out there that will follow it and maybe do that, or maybe the Union Pacific will do it itself. I don't know. They need to get 4012 up and running out here at PA, or at least figure out if they can run it out here. I mean, if it's going to be down, if 4014 is going to be down through here, then 4012 can obviously run in the area, but it might not be able to stay at Steamtown. They might have to move it. I mean, I think that goes with saying too, you know, I mean, would they ever decide to take any of the you know, steam locomotives or things like that we have here on the East Coast? You know, would they take, well, let's just say, would they take a T1 out there? Would they take nickel plate 765 out you know, west? Kind of like switch it up a little bit. You know, bring the daylight back over here when you can. Or it'd be cool to see the 844. Now I get it; it's an extremely long trip, and they're going to have to have a helper in case of breakdowns and things like that. But I'm sure there's people that are out in the West Coast or out on that side that would like to see some, you know, engines that are primarily ran over here. You know, maybe 1309, something like that. But again, that's a huge undertaking. I think that would be a really huge undertaking. Something like the big boy that's super iconic. You know, I get they can do that, but what would the vibe be if they through like 765 and took that way out west or something like that? You just never know. But it's cool that they're doing it. I think it's really neat that they're doing all this preservation of these locomotives and running them at least, and they're not just sitting static so much. They're actually getting them to move, like uh, the Greenbriers. Has anybody heard anything else about the Greenbrier, the one that's at Strasbourg? When they plan on, and not even that, but the American Freedom Train, like, are they going to get 2101 out? And, well, number one, are they going to get that thing out this year? Because I know it's like 250. My opinion is I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think they have I think they need more time. Doc says it probably will cause a lot of accidents on the Schuylkill Expressway. Oh, yeah. You're not kidding. $13.09, do it before Western Maryland. They run that thing a lot. I was on their site looking at when they run that thing for excursion. That thing runs like every weekend. It's nuts. I don't know how they like when they do maintenance on it because it's always running. I'd like to see 1218 back up and running too before I get too old. I'd like to see them restore that. Norfolk Southern, they need to up their game. Yeah, man, for sure, absolutely. The elephant ears are cool. I love the elephant ears. 2101 was only a cosmetic restaurant. I thought they were restoring it. Weren't they going to pull the Freedom Train this year? Gold Standard, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Thanks for coming on. What's up, Jeremy? Just stopped in to say hello, hit the like. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Greenbrier 614 will be out in 2027. Nice. Very cool. That'll be fun to see. Another 484. That'll be cool. About Greenbrier. Say it properly. $2,100 will be running soon as 250. Is it going to be this year? The Freedom Train's going on static display, which would make sense. 2101 AFT1 is strictly display only. I wish I'd get it going because that's actually the letters of my address is 2101. Hear that like button. Nice. It's going to be a cool engine, that 250, that T1 that Lionel's doing. I think that's going to be nice. Speaking of, I hope a lot of you didn't order T1s and Alleghenies together. Did anybody order both? Or a K4? Because if you did, as of right now, the delivery on K4s, T1s, and Alleghenies are all within a month of each other. And that's not good. Because, I mean, I want 2 K4s, and I'd like to have 2 T1s. $2,101 is unrestorable due to the fire in 1979. Was that after it was? Did it run Chessie after? It ran Chessie after um, the bicentennial, correct? I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it like 77 or 78? Maybe it was in the Chessie variation when it got when it caught on fire. Don Peck, what's up? How are you? Keith, I thought the K4s are doing the spring. They're not. No, they're not going to be out in the spring. From my understanding, they're not going to be out until August. So here, let me try to. This is according to the lineup website. So K4s are August 17th estimated ship date. August 17th. Okay. T1s are September 1st. So there's 2 weeks. And Alleghenies are September 1st. Now, obviously, that could change, but I don't like that they're so close together. Like bump that back a little bit, please. I'm okay with it too, Tom. Like, just relax. Especially like if I get whacked with, because I got the T1 and the passenger cars now. Granted, they don't come at the same time, but I don't want to get whacked with a T1 and an Allegheny within like 2 or 3 weeks of each other. I just don't want to do that. I don't want that to happen. But yeah, K4s aren't going to be here till August, as of right now. James says he has a friend who contacted with the 2100 and 2050 project. Very cool, and that's awesome. Yeah, September is early for a January release. That's what I thought too. I'm like, holy crap, guys! Like, but again, the tooling is the same from the last T1s that just came out. What, in 2020? I mean, the only thing they have to do different probably in the Alleghenies is the 3-speaker and some pop off and things like that. But I'd like to see that pushed back to maybe November. As of right now, they're September. But again, like I said, it could change. But I saw those dates and I was like, oh, God, that's not good. Your site, you're looking, does it mention anything about the E8s and the AV? The E8s are, I believe the E8s are May. Because I have a set of the Pensies on order. They're mid-May. Yep. And F7s. Is that you're talking when the probably when the super set came out, the Super Chief set? No, that they're not F7s. They were F3s. F7s, I'm not sure. But E8s is May. Aaron, did I order a K4? I did. I did. The short catalogs are showing their problems. Too much coming in. That's the thing. And I told people this last year. I told people this, and I told this to myself, but I didn't pay attention. Well, I paid attention, but I was like, this is what's going to happen. These little catalogs came out, and you see that there's, like, oh, yeah, I'll order this, and oh, yeah, I'll order that. And then there's the September release or the October release. Oh, yeah, I'll order this, and I'll order that. And then there's the big book that came out. And now it just seems like all of this stuff is going to come in. I think all of this stuff is going to come in within 3 months. All of it. That's to answer 7,11. That's what I think is going to happen. I think everybody was like, oh, yeah, it's just one engine for this catalog. It's just one engine for this one. It's not going to come out at the same time. And I feel like they're all going to come out at the same time. The 080 switchers are, I think they're this month. If anybody was interested in those or got one of those. Because I got I pre-ordered one, but I might change my mind on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be due at the end of this month. I ordered the Aliquippa in Southern, but I might change that to New York Central if I can. So I don't really see anything much coming in April that I want. Don, the original day, it was, I think it was, yeah, I think you're right, Don. It was June for the K4s, and they bumped it back. James knows a lot, dude. He knows a lot. The engine was towed to the Western Maryland Hagerstown Roundhouse and cosmetically restores AFT1 and given to the B&O and traded for C&O. It's like trading baseball cards. We are in a hobby that attracts consistent liking personalities. They shouldn't be throwing us curveballs. They do. And then you never know, like when Atlas and MTH and that stuff's going to come in. No, Keith, you're right. That is not good for fall York. If there's stuff coming in September, late September, like let's say it comes at the beginning of September, you might not see it until late September. That ain't good. It's not good. But you got to pick your battles, I guess. Pick the things that you want, pick the things that you don't want. It's easy to bite off a bigger chunk of the apple than you want. I mean, I shouldn't say than you want. You do want it, but it's at the end of the day, you got to pick and choose. But I'm not. I mean, I'm getting a T1. I don't care. This stuff's still it's gonna get here when it gets here. You know, is it gonna sting? It's gonna sting. Ohio says, what are you talking about? We are constantly getting screwed. Yeah, we get raked over the coals a lot. But a lot of it's self-inflicted. We just like too much stuff. That's all. Have to be a little bit more choosy in what I pre-order and what I order, I guess, and just what I buy. Atlas is the worst of the three for missing delivery. Oh, dude, they're terrible. Yeah, I don't understand what takes them so long to make stuff sometimes. The MTH Strasbourg Woodsides were supposed to be in by December last year. We are still waiting on those. Yeah. Those Atlas Madisons that I got were supposed to be in. When did those come in? January? They were supposed to be in by like May of last year. They never hit the dates. The other one is the Woodsides just in general. I got the Philadelphia and Reddings, the custom run ones, and I think they were supposed to be in by November last year or late last year, November. Thomas is basically going to New York to go to the club and have beers with trained people if the Allegheny arrives and stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's like, no spend. Look at Bill speaking words of wisdom. Enjoy your current collection. That's what you try to do. Try. Put that try in. Quotes. Wilbur. Keith says, we've been treated pretty poorly in this hobby regarding consistency. Don't know the cost with tariffs. Don't know when we'll have to pay. Don't know what is in the production pipeline. And don't know if we can find if we don't pre-order. Yep. You're at the mercy of the manufacturers. B&O did a video on the 2102 FT being moved. I'll have to check that out, Slycat. Being moved into the B&O Roundhouse a month or two. Oh, very cool. Moved into Stevens Yard in Silver Grove, Kentucky. with the original crew. Thank you so much. Oh, Sly Cat. Do dealers charge tax at train shows? That's a good question. I don't think so. It depends. I mean, but you got to go by the golden rule. You know, cash is king. I don't think I have, but I haven't shopped at every. I haven't. I've only purchased from several different retailers or booths. Um, and no, I did not pay tax. Tom, how long are we going live for tonight? I don't know, man. For a little while, yeah. Lower Susquehanna Valley Club has changed its policy on beer. Yep, I did hear that. Well, I'm going to permit it on advice of legal counsel. I mean, I get it. Got to do what you got to do. Manufacturers are lucky that this is an addiction. We are O-scale crackheads. Yeah, we are. They only charge tax if you pay with a credit card. Yeah, they do that because they get hit with that credit card fee for, you know, every time you swipe your card, you get whacked a fee, or the retailer gets whacked a fee. Hey, Mike, Datafied, what's up? How are you? More trains while you work. There you go. I got some UP running for you. You're a UP guy. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. So I will be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Speech. Thanks. I mean, they say whistle while you work. They didn't have to say. That's right. They didn't clarify. Auxiliary tender from the chassis steam specialist from a New York Central Mohawk. I didn't know that. I do now. Very nice. Mohawks are cool. I don't care who you are. Mohawks are cool. Survey. Survey says what? What's a survey? What's this thing on here? I'm looking at this wall behind me and I'm thinking, the mountain is going to be insane. It's going to be like an 8-foot mountain. Darren says the next engine that I get is my favorite. Favorite engine survey? Well, what do you guys think? What's your favorite engine? Mine would be Doc's is a K4. That's surprising. I mean, the T1 doesn't surprise me, but the K4 does. For me, it's the J1A, the Penske J1A, hands down. Dathan's is the GG1. Okay. 6 months ago, I'd have been like, ew. Well, not really. I want to say ill, but now that I have one, I'm like, I can get behind it. You know. Can we say a couple engines, or do we just have to just do one? Bill's is the PRR J1A. There you go. NS 1066 New York Central Heritage Unit. Interesting choices. He likes the J1A. If I had to pick another one, RS3s are cool. RS3s and RS1s. I like RS1s. Class A's. I like Class A's. I really like a Class A. Oh, it's so hard, man. There's so many good ones. M1As are nice. M1s are nice. I was actually just talking with TDKC Trains today, and he has a J1. I have a J1 here too as well, but he has a MTH J1, and I'm trying to get it to sell it. New York Central Auxiliary 10 should be going with the New York Century 3001 to Fort Wayne 765 group for total restaurant. Oh, that's nice, James. That's cool. 7,11. He likes a triplex. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, dude. Can you imagine 400, like that many of one engine? We're going to get K4s forever, and we'll never get a renumber, except maybe like the 30 or 1361. Andrew's a Class A, and he's a Reading T1. I like the Reading T1. You only have 12. You only have 12 what? Seven come 11. What do you have 12 of? Whatever it is. That's insanity. James's favorite steam engine is a CNL Yellow Belly Hudson. Yep. That's a cool one. The Minion Train. 425 K4 is the best. The new Storyteller. What's up, man? Model replica 611. I don't have a model replica 611. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I have it back here on the shelf. I haven't ran it. It needs legacy. No, I'm trying to buy your J1. I'm not trying to sell it, dude. 765. Okay, Class A, J3 Hudson. Yeah, I can't. I like the Dreyfuses too. Ryan, what's up, man? How are you? Got a wooden model of a C&O made from me. Oh, cool, dude. That's awesome. Sam Gable, there you go, buddy. Class A's. Class A's are sweet. Yeah, it's behind me. It's back here. It's on the top shelf. It's right there, actually. But like I said, it needs legacy. It has TMCC, and it's not the greatest. Needs some whistle steam. It needs to be vision lined out, if that's even possible. I just joined when you were talking about the J1, so I missed half the conversation. No, you have 6456, I believe, is the road number you have, which is the one that I want. CNOs, one Greenbrier, two Allegheny. Allegheny is not the top of my list, honestly. I like it. I really do like it, but it's not up there. Do you know train songs? I mean, there's a bunch of train songs out there. Those are your top three. Um, if I had to pick between, we'll say, an assortment, I would have to say J1As, Class A's, um, Hudsons, Dreyfus Hudsons. I like those. Um, I like Pensy Mountains. Um, See, that's the thing with the Pennsylvania. They had so many cool engines. So many cool engines. Ryan says, end up Norfolk and Western Class M480 is hands down his favorite engine. Close second is an M1B. They're beautiful too. Just took out the Western Pacific GS6. It's starting to grow on me. I'm not a GS6 guy. They're nice. I think they're cool. But the only GSs that I liked was the 4, obviously for the um, obvious reasons. I see 33 watching, like 20 likes. Don't forget to. Oh, thanks, Radar. Radar's on it, man. He's right on that. I like 844. I liked, actually, if I'm honest, I like the 8444 better. I liked it when it was the Greyhound 8444, and I also liked it when it was the black 8444 as well. Trying to see if there's anything over in my turntable that I like. That's my favorite. I like the Royal Hudson. I think that's a cool engine. The 6060, the Canadian National 6060 is nice. That consolidation, that 280. Is it a 280? I think it is. I think it's a 280. The 3716 or 3760 Canadians, those Canadian engines. I'm not big into the British stuff. I don't care about that stuff. SD45s, yes sir. Can't go wrong with an SD45. They're some of my favorite diesels. SD45s, Jeeps, GP9s, GP7s, GP35s, some SD50s, F7s. I love F units. I love E units. F3s, F7s, E8s. I like E7s are pretty. I don't like any. I mean, I have a couple modern things. I'm getting rid of them. Diesel, but I don't like anything modern diesel. I think they're all ugly. Ryan, I'll be at York from Monday to Sunday. Jeez. Yeah, Doc, we'll get together too. I'll be down there. Josh Cannon, how's it going, man? Welcome. Good to see you. You're tempting me, Thomas. I want that engine. GP38s are nice. Yes, 2816, Ryan, absolutely. GP40s are nice. I don't mind like if I were to go like the western side, I like the Rio Grande paint scheme. I like that one. But SD40 T-2 tunnel motors, I like those. I like the Santa Fe, the Southern Pacific Kodachromes. Those are really nice. I'd love to have a set of those. I get like three or four of those. That'd be nice. 611 was involved in my Lego Batman film. Do you know Batman? Everybody. Oh, of course I know Batman. Who doesn't know Batman? If you don't know Batman, you're living under a rock. SD45's killed EMD. I'm all right with that. Empress was a beautiful one to see. Ran like 5 miles for mine. Very cool, dude. That's awesome. Josh is doing good. That's awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, I know. I know, Thomas. I want that engine. I've made up my mind. I want it. At the club. We're gonna call it the club. At the club, though. We're all family. Yes. At the club. DCC control. None of this is DCC. This is all AC, alternating current. But the controller I use is right here. It's all digital. P8. Yeah, I like some. I mean, I like some Alcos. I like some Erie. All right, here's a question for everybody. If you guys want to chime in on this, what's one railroad that you will never model, or that you don't want to model? I shouldn't say that you don't want to. That you just don't. Yeah, you don't want to. That you don't model. You have nothing of. What's one? Maybe there's two. Maybe there's three. But what railroads would you not model? Get a craving to wanting to. I don't want no Thomas in. No, I don't want no Thomas. I don't get no craving for that. You got to use them, man. Break them in. Oh, I love this already. Monon. Another one I want model is Sioux Line. I would never model Sioux Line. I'm pretty much transitioned late steam and first generation diesels. Very cool. That's a good time frame. Another Monon. See, I'm not the only one that doesn't like Monon. Everybody makes fun of me sometimes. Like, why doesn't he like? Why does he hate on Monon so much? This is why. Because nothing good comes out of the Monon. Del Hudson, I want Mono UP, so no big boy for me. Hey man, to each their own. I respect that. I respect it. You got to get some other railroads in here. I mean, it can't just be Monon. Ryan says Santa Fe. Wow, that's a surprise. Okay, though. All right. All right. Doc says, I'm imagining Muffins impersonating Ron Swanson pulling Monon out of different hiding spots. Do I like Thomas the Tank Engine songs? I guess, yeah, man. Of course. James will not model the UP. Oh, there's another one. Amtrak. I don't think I would model Amtrak either. Yeah, I don't think. I'm not into the Katie. I have a couple pieces of Katie rolling stock, but I wouldn't model anything Katie. I don't think. I have a couple times tables over here that I really like that are they're pretty colorful looking. I actually might swap them out now. But yeah, Katie, I want model. Rock Island, I want model. That's another one. Amtrash. Canadian Pacific. Okay. If not for Muffin, I doubt we know about Monon or so. Train board. Train board's here. I wouldn't. I mean, I have some stuff with the Monon that my grandfather had, but he never had anything of it. Monon is all right. Name one Monon engine that's nice looking. Go ahead, I'll wait. There is none. Ryan works for Amtrak. I refuse to model them too. Yeah, that'd be hard to do, you know. Oh, Mad Mike's in the house. What's up? How's it going, buddy? Of course, Gary's here from the train board, which is awesome. Guys, smash that like button. Does anybody have anything on order? Anything coming in soon? Anything that they just bought? I got nothing this week. I should say this week. I got nothing. Amtrak doesn't have enough history. Dathan, no hate for Amtrak. I think you'll agree they're very good to me. Just no real interest in modern passenger. Yeah, Dathan likes his Amtrak. No hate on that. Mad Mike, we're talking about railroads that you wouldn't model, and of course you know what mine is. For those of you that just joined, we're talking about the railroads that we probably would never buy or get into. Gary says Rock Island and Santa Fe were his first two diesels when God was young. This is before all the fancy stuff. When you just turned a lever and the train went. It's a train show March 15 in Springfield, Illinois. That'll be cool. 7-11 ordered Pat's Trains Custom Vision B&O. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did put that out. Very cool. That's going to be nice, man. He's got something to hide except me and my monkey. We're going to leave that there for a minute. Mad Trains Monon. Yeah, see, like there's nothing to model with Monon. It's terrible. It's a horrible railroad. The old Monon. Oh, and tonight's drink, my wife bought me some Jefferson bourbon. It's pretty good. It's very light. Pre-Adam and Eve train. Yeah, they're like wind-up trains. That's funny. James says he's not buying or ordering anything until after the Chicago two-rail meet next weekend. Look at you, you know. Bill hasn't lost his mind. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's like talking about singing songs and stuff. Do you know a model shop in Tasmania I come from? No, I do not. I have no idea what you're talking about. Please elaborate. The train I would model is Kansas City. That you would? That's cool. That's actually a really cool story, man. I mean, there's some sort of a linkage there. I like that. Railroad I wouldn't model anything West Coast as I run Union Pacific tonight. I have noticed that, Mike. You don't have anything West Coast, and if you do have it, you're selling it. You're flipping it. I'm trying to get Thomas to sell me his J1A. Oh. Yeah, one thing about these, I don't know if anybody else has these problems. Anything, not problems, but it's just an annoyance. Some things about these centipede tenders, they're really clicky when they run down the track. But I get it because they have to make curves. He has his See, people all have all sorts of reasons they want modeled the Monon. James's first Lionel was the UP switcher set. I wanted a steam for the first Lionel train. He wanted steam. Totally understand all that. Something. Dathan likes Trinity hoppers. It's too pricey. You have to stay on the West Coast. There you go. Hobby Shop McCann's Model World. Surprise, surprise. If you know Gumby, I wear a Gumby suit in the shops. Oh. You're okay, man. Yeah, bro. Custom Rambles painted T1. I do remember seeing your T1s down at the club. The painted ones that you did. Chad, what's up, dude? I don't do anything Pennsylvania. Chad, get out. Get out. Get out. Season. Union Pacific sucks. And Mad Trains. East Coast. No, I know what you meant, bud. But yeah. How far do you go, Mike, until you're like cut off? Like where's your line at? What? Because I mean, you get the New York Central stuff. You got some. You be Pensy, obviously, but where's like your line that you're just like no more, not going any further west. 671 Sean. Hey, what's going on, dude? Welcome. Oh, you hate the UP yellow paint scheme? Oh, I love the Greyhound. But see, again, I have a linkage with it from my grandfather when I was a kid because he was a big fan of the Greyhounds and the yellow. I would like to get at some point the passenger cars, the gray ones, would look cool behind us. If you look at railroad films, freight cars are from all over UP and Santa Fe and New York. Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy, all over the place. Oh, that's an honor. That's a privilege, not privilege. That's a privilege that you said that to me. Thank you, Gary. I could watch your bridge shot all night long. Well done. Thank you so much. We're going to have more shots soon, Gary. We're going to have mountain shots. We're going to have all sorts of stuff. We're going to make it interesting. James, the only Western railroad that I pull in Western Maryland, F3 pulling. I do like the Zephyr, the Burlington Zephyr. I do like that. I like that scheme. I think that's cool. Pittsburgh for Mike. 5 miles from his house. A PRR DD1. Kind of interested? Come on, Doc. You got to get one of those. Chad Train. Not that I don't like stuff, but I don't want to go down. Dude, like if you get into Pennsylvania, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say, you know what, I think I'm going to start getting into the Pennsylvania Railroad. You might as well just stop. Don't even do it because there's so much stuff. There's so much. Do I know what model shop in America? There's a bunch in America. Fancy T1s. If I had to pick between a T1 and an S1, I would probably pick the S1. Maybe. Yeah. How about a Penn Central painted steam engine? No. You know what? I'm surprised. Nobody said that they wouldn't model the Penn Central. And you guys can't change your minds now. Sorry. You already put them in. Greyhound is okay. The yellow sucks. Don't have a problem with that. Guys, if you haven't subbed to the channel, please sub to the channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys have. Super chats are up. All the cool stuff's up. Anything you want to donate to the channel or just conversations, that's enough for me. 7,11. The Philadelphia and Reading Railroad is growing. It is, yes. That's another one. That's one of the reasons why I got one of the passenger cars, those Woodsides. And there's a Russian decapod floating around that's a Philadelphia and Reading that I might want to grab at some point. See, I need to stop talking about stuff I want to grab. What's one PRR engine that I don't have that I would want the most? Ooh, Mike, that's a good question. Ooh, that's a good question. I got to think about that for a minute. If you do Conrail, does that count as PR? I mean, sure, maybe, because it kind of was after all that. A model Pennsylvania GG1 HO diesel engine. Nice. Very cool. Don models of Penn Central. Nothing wrong with it. Good for you. What about UP steam engines? UP steam engines that I would model, well, just 844 and the big boy. I don't like, I mean, 412.2s are okay. I hate cab forwards, but that's more Southern Pacific. I'm not a cab forward guy. Get me a MTH PRR T1 and line on TMCC S1. Both are fun. Nice. What's up, Rich? Yeah, we got to get dates for Rich to see when we're going to do Train-A-Palooza down at his place. Don't think anyone has made streamline passenger cars for the Greyhound UP. Just Madison. Exactly. Yeah, Gary, I don't think they have either. I think everything's been Madison or for the Greyhound. James, think about buying a NWJ and painting the blue stripe instead of a Tuscan red and calling it Blue Jay and number it 614. There's a 613 on T&K Hobby right now that you can get for like $1,100. Just saying. Country Bunker painted a train and painted a duplex in Penn Central. That's cool. And track is great to work for, but nothing. Ryan Merle's been on a B&O kick lately. Have a few PRR engines, both steam and diesel. Tons of PR rolling stock and several PR cabooses, but I doubt the surface has been scratched. It has. You just scratched it. Penn Central is great. You can have both. Oh man, I don't have any I1 decapods. I would like an I1 decapod in my fleet. I have a Mikado. I mean, obviously you can have more than one. Probably a Q2. I'd like one of those. Those would be cool to have. Do I have an O-gauge replica of the Commodore? And I don't. I'd like a Commodore Vanderbilt, though. That's on my list. There's too much stuff on my list. NS trash train. NS. I would never model Norfolk Southern, ever. It's too modern for me, and I actually do not like Norfolk Southern. I don't know why I say I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know anybody that does it or what. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Doc, you got 4012. I have that one as well. Ooh yeah. If you grew up in the Enola era, then you gotta have Penn Central and Conrail. You have to. Did I make it? No, I didn't make it myself. I put it together. Just the train, not the railroad itself. The NS trash train. Oh, Thomas. One idea I had that I would like to do is remake my childhood train set, but find it all in scale. That, yeah, that would be interesting. I'm trying to think of what mine was. I actually had, the old. I'll show you what mine is. I actually have it right over here. And it still runs. This 442, the infamous how Lino used to make them, This was a Christmas gift that I got in, oh man, I want to say 1990, maybe 1991, 1992. This is a Wabash steam locomotive, I guess, if you want to call it. But something like this would be hard to do in scale. And I had a CSX that I got in a set. I can't remember what the name of this one was called. I think it was like the Iron Horse Freight Set. I think it was like 91. Pretty sure. How do you model the Penn Central, push him down the track and watch him derail? Josh is going to get some doodle bugs and scale from a friend at the train show. Nice, dude. That'll be cool. Gary says, I thought we were done buying. Then stuff shows up. Not seen in 15 years. So we float up our last shelf under the train. Oh my gosh. That's unexpected. Thomas says he had the privilege of being near the Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Maine when the bad boy went by. The smell still lingers. Nice. You have this one in the New York set? Nice. Yeah, this is like the common wheel arrangement, the 442s. That's what it was. Well, same thing. Hey, Jim, thanks for coming on, man. Have a good night. Aaron has it in the New York Central, and Mike has it in the CNL. Josh is getting the DCC control of the train show. Very nice. Rich says, that's why I ordered Lionel's new Santa Fe set. That was my first Lionel train, and I sold it when I joined the Air Force. I regret that. I mean, that's a cool little, it's kind of a full circle moment there for you. Thanks, Tat, for recommending that LaBelle grease. I could tell the difference. I'm telling you, man, LaBelle's, it's great. 104 and 106. Sean, God, I was in college in 91. 91, I would have been 7. Darren says you can't remember 1991. Yeah, I was born in 1984, so I'll be 42 this year. My cousin had, I think the engine looks similar to that, but his was nickel plate road. And his had the, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when they wanted to have like the chuffing sound. They put like the beads in the tender and they put the wheel underneath. So when it would like kick up the beads to make it sound like it was chuffing. It was something. Mad Trains, he was 3. Mad Mike born in 88. All right. But yeah, I think that like I said, I think that engine was around 91. But it was like the generic looking steam engine. Doc was 5. Aaron says that's about the time that he got his. So I'm like, nice. Well, 1991 was the year of our 19th wedding anniversary. Dude, stop telling your age. Gary's never sold a train until 2024. One in 2025. That's why no more space. But my study has no shelves. No room. Don Peck was 35 in 1991. It's cool to see such diversity, the ages and things like that. It's not like it's just all young or all old. It's all of us. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that we do that. Remember that TCA. Be nice to your younger people for the future. Radar 91, I was 38. Radar was 38. Train Addict was 26 and 91. Hit that like button, yeah. Darren got my dad. I got my dad's 1665. I know lines from. That's cool. The stories are awesome. Salty says 1991. I bought my first locomotive set with my own money. Right away, Alcos. Salty, man, what's going on? We just brought up a whole slew of memories here. Very cool. Bill was 30 in 91. 70s were a good time to grow up in. I bet. Anything rather than some of these kids that they grew up in, the stuff that they grew up in now. It's crazy. But I'd go back in a second, though. What is that engine even considered? Mine looks like a Mohawk. I don't know what it is. A Lionel engine. Josh, you were born in '83. Nice. You're 41 years old in August. So you and I are the same age. Really close. Salty, do a video on your first own buy. Gary wants it, so you will do it. Salty was 16 in '91. Nice. Josh said I got my dad's trains when he passed in '94. That's cool, dude. So your dad's been gone for 30, was that 32 years? Wow. I'm sure you think about him often, man. And it's a crazy thing, like I tell people, and I tell, my wife and, my family that, every time I come down to the train room, I'm reminded not of just, the trains and stuff, but I'm reminded of, family, my grandfather when I was a kid. It's interesting how stuff like that brings up those memories. It really is. Oh, there you go. There you go, Gary. He did a video on it. It's one of his first videos, so go check that out. James was 29 in '91. Life is good. I was running trains with my grandson this afternoon. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about the kids. It's cool when kids come down here, at holiday seasons and things like that, and they run stuff and their eyes light up. That's why we do this. "31 years. Wow. It's a lifetime, man. It seems like, I'm sure. But I'm sure it just feels like it was yesterday. James will be 64. May 29th. Seven come 11. Graduated in '91. Great year. You lived in the prime time too, man. The '90s and '80s and all that stuff. It's fantastic. In '91, I was 22. Sly Cat. What's up, EMIR? Good to see you. Welcome tonight. You see another lot of ages and things like that. In 1991, we're talking about some engines that we got, or engine that I got in 1991 when I was a kid for Christmas that I still have, and it still runs, actually. Lights work and everything. I think the smoke unit still works. Oh my gosh, you're a baby. 17? Jeez. Josh, I was 11 when my dad was passed. Dude, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. That's tough. I can't imagine, but here you are. Doing your thing, Spending money on trains. It's cool. Top shelf in the train room of my childhood train. Plus the engine. Joe the motorist friend stole that. Doc saw his first concert in '97. We're doing like timeline stuff here. I was 11. That was B.B. King. He was still standing at the time. Yeah, I bet. First concert I went to, later than that. Probably not till like '99, 2000 actually. I was probably 15 or 16. It was Foo Fighters and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was my first real concert. Josh has 171 HO engines. Attaboy. Which one should I get for a Blue Nami upgrade? A 442 or a Rail King 282? What's the is the Lionel? Is it a like a TMCC? I don't know if I put Blue Nami in a Rail King. I mean, you can. That's up to you though. What's the road numbers or what's the road names? I'm only 5 years into modeling trains. My dad to get me started, but I'm a product of '73. There you go, buddy. Growing up without the internet was awesome. Tell my wife that. She's 100% agrees with that. I do too. Brian Parr, what's up, man? Good to see you. How are you this evening? We've somehow gone down the not trap, but we've gone down the hole of nostalgia. Sean saw Pink Floyd when he was 8. Jeez, that's crazy. That's really cool. Both are Pennsylvania, and they're both conventional. I'm not sure the difference between like a Lionel and a MTH. Is the Lionel one? Is it like a semi scale? Because obviously you said Rail King, so that's semi scale. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever engine that you kind of like feel that you're kind of closer to, or you like more. I would put Blue Nami in that. Oh man, first concert Chicago. That's a good concert. That'd have been a good show to see. That's setting the bar really high. First concert was Blink 182. That's more in my era. Pop Up's Train Man, what's going on, man? Welcome. How are you? First train I got was number 66. Oh, geez. Steam engine when I was 4 years old for Christmas. My friend Kevin and his ex-wife, long time when they were married. The number of the beast. Saliva, you were 15. There you go. Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith. Grateful Dead in 84, the year I was born. Nice. Hippie parents. Yeah, for sure, right? '84. Doing fine. Good to know, Pop. Awesome. Just running some UP tonight. 844 with some UP passenger cars, 21 inchers. Hopefully by next week, I'll be running on the bigger loop. Great White and Tesla, 7,11. I know the drummer, the original drummer from Tesla. He's a good guy, friend of mine. Engelbert Humperdinck at the Bloomsburg Fair. That's a way to come on in swinging. Saltier, we are going to be good friends. There you go, man. Dell, my wife is jealous. Nice. That's hilarious. Engelbert Humperdinck. That's cool. Doc. Anybody got any plans for the rest of the week? Anything? Is anybody doing anything to the layouts anytime soon? Or do you guys kind of put stuff on hold during the spring months and work on a little bit at a time? Josh Cannon, his number 666 steam locomotive still runs this. I don't doubt that, man, at all. I do not doubt that at all. Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Hank Williams Jr. Oh wow, that's a spread there. That's a potpourri of people. James Corbett in 1984, he was riding behind 765 and 611. That's cool. That's awesome. Many projects, he's fixing some of his terrible wiring. We've all been there, dude. We're all do it. I go under the layout sometimes and I look up and I'm just like, what was I thinking here on this part? I know what I was thinking. I just want to get it done. So I'm trying to be a little bit more hyper aware of when I'm wiring up the other side over there. So. But it's all good. Keeps us busy. Josh is waiting for an uprise trestle from a friend to put in another track in my... Oh, nice. Very cool. Pop-Up's got some repairs to do. Ain't that the truth? We all do, I'm sure, at some point. Stuff always needs maintenance and repaired and worked on and this and that and the other thing. Very cool. Train Addict saw Led Zeppelin at Live Aid. Wow, that was 84, wasn't it? Hard rock, classic rock, 60s, 70s, and 80s country. That's a good mix. I like that. I can get behind that. James is going to be sorting out his trains for the Chicago 2-rail meet for next weekend. Nice. Are you going to be selling some stuff, or what's the deal there? Layout's 26 years old. 2000 you built it. Nice. Josh says I work on my track every day. Cool. I do a little bit. Maybe every day or every other day. Depends on the mood I'm in.
season. I did get the expansion. I got the track down, and we're running trains over there now. Yes, so we've got that much done. Tower of Power. I met Dave Garibaldi a couple times from Tower of Power. Really nice guy. Actually, I heard he got hit by a train. I feel like that was, but I mean he's live. But I feel like he got hit by a train. Let me see if that's right. Ironically. Yeah, he got hit by a train. Tower of Power drummer Dave Garibaldi and bassist Mark Van, whatever his name, were stuck by an Amtrak train in Oakland, California in January 2017, while crossing tracks near Jack London Square at a scheduled performance. Both survived the accident with injuries successfully recovered, and Garibaldi sustaining head and facial injuries. So there you go, Amtrak. Amtrak hit Dave Garibaldi from Tower of Power. Jerks. Doc, yeah. I'm sure, dude, you have all that stuff. Absolutely. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Burnsy's coming to the show. Oh, boy. Hide your wallet. I added a jumper wire yesterday to a stall spot. Engine without cruise Odyssey running much, but nice. You get those every now and then. James is selling. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, sell some nice stuff. Don Pett, tattooed. You should remember the Badleys. Oh, I remember the Badleys real well. Brett Alexander and Paul Smith. I'm actually going down Friday to a session. I'm putting a drum track down, and Brett Alexander's going to be behind the console that day. So yeah, I do know those guys. They're nice guys. I will have 20 or 22 track when I get my upright. Very cool. Yeah, Badleys are cool. They're not far from me. I mean, they're 40 minutes. People hit trains. Trains do not hit people. Yeah, Dathan, they were just in the way that day. Amtrak had places to be. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. I like that. William Colino, who is my favorite drummer. Ooh. Probably some guys you've never heard of. Shannon Larkin. Doc's probably heard of him. God, that's tough. Shannon Larkin. Josh Freese. Abe Laborio Jr. Bernard Purdy. Older guys like Bernard Purdy, Gene Krupa, Roy Haynes. Bernard Purdy, who I consider a friend. Hey, Bernard Purdy's a cool dude. I've hung out with him a couple times. He did a clinic on one of my drum kits once. And I've talked to him a couple times. Very nice guy. His wife's very nice too. I'm trying to think of who else. Favorite drummers. That's hard. That's really hard. There's so many. James, I have 5 tables of 2 and 3-year-old trains for. Oh my gosh, James, what are you selling? Selling any Reading? Any Pensy engines? PS3 engines? Legacy engines? Pete, yeah, Pete. Yep. Nice. Small world, man. Chad Saliga's another favorite drummer of mine. Um, Annika Niles, Emmanuel Caplete. Ginger Baker. Sean, can you use Atlas track with Ross switches? Yes, of course. Yep, you can. You can pretty much interchange every track system if you needed to. Purdy came to my buddy's wedding and I sat next to him. He came up to me when I was leaving and said, "I just love watching you dance." Oh, that's cool, dude. He's a fun guy. He's full of life, man. He really is full of life. Joey Jordison, he's another one for like the metal guys. Nick Mason, yeah, from Pink Floyd. John Bonham, not so much. Yeah, that is some high praise. Carter Beauford from Dave Matthews Band, he's a good drummer. Keith Carlock, he drummed with Steely Dan, and he's with John Mayer for a while. God, there's just so many. Aaron Spears, rest in peace. He drummed for Ariana Grande and Usher. Um, Rex Hardy, he drummed for Mary J. Blige. I mean, there's so many. There's so many, just really good drummers out there and musicians. Like in every instrument, there's so many. There's a lot. Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix. Yep, he was good. Legendary. Kurt Pescara. Tony Royster Jr. Alex Gonzalez. Not Alex Gonzalez. What's his name? Alex Acuna was good. Tell you the best drummer that I saw in concert was Neil Peart. I bet Neil was good. Oh, Dathan, dude, thanks so much, man. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Look at that. Out of the blue, $5. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Gary saw Axl Rose and Sky second row when they were on. Oh, nice. Matt Sorum was a good drummer. James, no Reading or PR locomotives, mostly freight and some scale, passenger cars, a few locos, and odds and ends. Nice. Very cool. Yep. John Bonham, yeah. Bill Ward from Black Sabbath. Guy from The Wonders. Oh, yeah. Tommy Lee. There you go. There's one. Motley Crue. It's just there's so many. Once you start naming them, I mean, Dave Shivari. Oh, jeez. I mean, it could just go on for days and days of different drummers. Cyrus, Will Hunt from Evanescence. Carmine Appice. Oh, there you go. There you go, Carmine. Josh, I just posted a video. I don't do live. Josh Cannon. All right, I'm gonna check out your video, Josh. I subscribe to your channel first of all. Shorts. I just gotta subscribe. You guys subscribe to Josh Cannon's channel. Comment or yeah, comment. Copy. Put a J in front of that. There we go. That channel there. Subscribe to that. Your cat watch. I see that, dude. It's cool. Very nice. Rich Allen, Charlie Watts. Yeah, from Rolling Stones. I ordered the gig and found out mid-gig that the drummer was the guy from the movie Almost Famous, whose only line in the movie is "I'm gay" when they think the plane is about to crash. Tommy Aldridge, there's another one. Yep. Travis Scott from what band's he in? The band Rob Halford's in. The fronts. New York Central PNR and NW Golden Gate cars, a couple of Atlas. What Golden Gate ones do you have, James? Like passenger? How many do you have? Send me a link to, or send me what you have there in the New York Central PRR and NW at that email, please, if you could. Judas Priest, that's who I'm thinking of for Travis Scott. Danny Carey, he's another one, obviously. Thomas Hake. Yeah, James, I'm curious to see what you got, man. I took Ryan to see Black Sabbath, Fifth Row, when he was 7. Made us leave early. Why'd they make you leave early, Gary? Why? He was 7? That's crazy. Yep, Neil Peart, Rush. That was the first time you put Ryan in jail. Neil Smith from Alice Cooper. There you go. Who does he have now? He has Glenn Sobel now as in Alice Cooper. I like how your friend showed you a wrench last live stream when you had it. Yeah. Um, Dan, Trainman Dan. Yeah, he's a good dude. Those guys got a collection. Same with the train board. Those guys got a collection. They buy trains in the quantity of, yeah. It was loud. Fifth row. He had earplugs in. Still, my last shot at seeing. Yeah. Well, they just played what their last show last summer, right before Ozzy died. But at 7, that's pretty impressive, Gary. It's pretty impressive to take your son at 7. Yes, Golden Gate passenger equipment in both 2-rail and 3-rail. The N&W to Golden Gate are 2-rail. I'll be sorting the stuff on Friday. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, let me know, man. What's up, dude? How are you, Brev? It's good to see you, man. Just hanging out, doing our thing on a Wednesday night. Mickey Dolenz. That's a good one, man. That's a really good one. Stuff moved around here. Ryan saw Tom Petty 4 times. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Most of those things now, though, I worked with him last summer. Nice. Just checking into the stream. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you greatly, man. Just getting some stuff moving around here. Yeah, Chessie's team special is hard to come by. I mean, everybody knows that, but you never know. It's worth a shot. Like I was saying earlier, guys, probably next stream, once I get a couple of the bugs figured out with the tracks over here with the new section, I'll be running stuff on that way. Maybe we'll put a camera over there. I get this tunnel worked on here. Get that moving. I guess I can take you guys over there if you want to see it. Let's see where we're at. Kind of see what we're doing. So you can see, obviously, here we have just had to do a lot of propping up here because of the way that this came down. It wasn't a flat, straight shot, so I had to do a nice grade coming up through. And it's nice. There's no slippage. It actually looks pretty good, and it looks like it's really high,
but in reality, it's really not that bad. So I know it's about, prototypically, it's for every 1 inch, I think it's 4 feet for a 2% grade. Um, but then we have, obviously coming out on the other side, people are talking about, keep it prototypical. Your tunnels look like real rock, which is nice. So there's a piece that's, I don't know if you can't see it obviously, but right back in here, right down at the bottom, there's a piece of track that's kind of, I think where the connection is, it's kicking up and it's making the engines kind of wobble a little bit. So I got to get that fixed before I go any further. But again, all of this is all powered all through here. Um, Everything has power. And then to the turnaround, everything's screwed down. But trying to calculate the track that I was going to need was it wasn't difficult, but I wanted to make this because I didn't want to get in the way of my boiler here. I just didn't want to have to, if something were to happen to that and I need to replace it. But I think back here, I'm going to put up a little bit of, I might take a little bit higher than this and put up some sort of a, like a fencing type of thing, just in case, because again, being back here in this room, you don't really see it. And when it's out of sight, you kind of get a little bit hesitant with things. So we're going to work on that after I get this track done here, and then get this section done here. So let me set you guys down here for a second. Put you here. So then this, I don't know if you guys saw this when I built this guy, but this is going to go. Show you. This is going to go somewhere and probably right about in here, in this area, and then I have a piece that goes across here, and then I'm thinking about through here. I don't know, maybe get you guys' opinion. I'm going to do a backdrop, but if I do 18 inches, 18 inches about right underneath this light switch, and then obviously straight down through, or if I go 24, it's going to be higher. So I don't want to have it be 18 going down through and then have my mountains be higher. So it's going to have to match. So about 18 inches is going to be right about here when it comes to going across. Do you think that will be high enough? Or I'm thinking maybe go 24. 24 will probably be like up in here. So I'm not sure. Like, if you guys have any input, what do you think? 18 or 24? So again, 18 will be right in here, right underneath the light switch here, all the way across. I think that will be enough, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. You think that will be enough? Think I need to go higher? So, and then again, it's the back corner. You can't really see it, but just making sure, and then getting the portal put in, and this whole wall has got to be a mountain. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I'm thinking in order for it to blend and look nicely, I just need to connect over to that one over here and just make it one big constant mountain. You guys are thinking 24. That's what I was thinking too. Go a little bit higher. So I guess that settles that debacle. So I think we will go 24. Get a building that you can open to get to the light switch. It's an idea. Looks good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Thanks for the looks good comments. Gary says we need tunnels. They are time consuming.
It's one of those things you just have to kind of like work at it, chip away at it. Oh, Josh, I missed you, buddy. Have a good night. How did I make the bridge, Aaron? That bridge there? Oddly enough, that is that's a Menards bridge. There's two of them there. Now I just got to find who I'm going to go through with the backdrop, because it's 16. I think it's 16 feet. I'm going to need 16 feet of backdrop. Hey, have a good night, Josh. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Should make a mini horseshoe curve back there. Yeah, that room I'm just going to leave it as a turnaround, Doc, just because it's, you got to open the door to go back then there, and the room isn't the nicest, like to have people back in, and it's real tight. So I'm just going to leave it, probably just leave it as is. Kind of like it, just to turn it around. But that, I mean, that obviously that could change, but we'll see. But for right now, we're that's where we are. Yeah, I think whatever height you're existing as, I would continue that all the way out so that if you stand in the doorway, it all looks seamless. Correct. I'll have to measure it. Maybe 18 might be enough, guys. I don't know. It really might be enough. But then that gives me the question of these walls here. Do I eventually put backdrops on these walls as well? And it's so hard to do already, you know, obviously with the stuff being here, and to try to blend it in, especially with mountains and things like coming off the sides and going this way. But again, that would have to probably be in here. It would have to be shorter because my windows, I think to the top or to the bottom, I think it is 18 inches, 17, 18 inches. So I'm not going to want to go like super high out there and then lower in here. So maybe it might just be 18 inches. Again, it's not so much the price difference, but the way that it's going to look. I don't know. EWAAR. Superb layout makes me want to wish. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. That means a lot. Get paint that matches the backdrop sky and go to the top. I thought about that too, but the only thing is that the only problem with that wall out there is that it's a panel wall. So I don't want to really have to see. I don't know. It's like, do I just stop with the backdrop and just let the rest of it white because it's paneling, or do I paint it to match? Because this in here, these obviously you guys can see they're painted right to the ceiling, the blue. But again, I don't have black backdrops in here, so maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. Is there enough room back there for storage? Not really. Honestly, there's not really a whole lot because it's probably, I think it sticks out from the wall in that room about 8 feet and then comes out whatever 070, 072, and 084. So in that area. So there's not really a whole lot. You won't be able to put a whole lot back there. Chat. One that I looked at, Slycat. Gary says, let the camera decide. Hate when backdrop stop and wall starts. Yeah, I know. That's tough. That's tough. 7 for shooting videos with certain angles, 24 inches would cover this. Exactly. It would. That does make sense. So I would just have to make sure that because of my wall,
if it's 24 inches high, then I gotta make my mountains to kind of basically accompany that. And I think that'll be all right. I think that'll be okay. Hey, Sleeves, thanks for coming on, man. So who makes the building flat? That is from ITLA, ITLA models, scale models. Um, that was a kit. I had to make that. I built that. It comes as like flat pieces, and you make it. And you can kind of make your own. It's really cool. Um, but yeah, ITLA models, I believe it is, or scale models, something like that. And I'm trying to think of what they're called. The panel. It's like a panel kit or something. But it's cool. Because that was over where you guys saw the tunnel portal that's going to be in the front here, where the freight cars were. That's where that was, and obviously I had to take that out. And at first I was like, I don't really have a spot for this. I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I put that siding in and put that all the way down at the bottom, and then I'm going to get another Todd Architectural flat or shadow box, who has like, it's like a trackside flat, and it has like the docks and things like that. So I'm gonna put that back there as well. Directly behind you, just paint clouds. I thought about it, but I was like, they're gonna turn out like shit. One curved track inside the main line. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, time will tell. If I want to add something back there in that room, it's really not that big of a deal. I could easily put a switch in there or a couple turnouts or something like that if I wanted to put some storage back there. Or I wouldn't stage back there just because it's out of the way, and everything that I have my controls are here. I don't think that I wouldn't stage back there. Um, but again, I put it in just because I wanted something to go a little bit further than just in here. I thought about at one point like going all the way around and then connecting back in here, but then it would be cutting through more walls, and then it would be taking up more room over here on the left side of the layout or the room, and it would be a lot of walking space. It would just be hard to do. So trying to do the most I can with the area that I do have. I know a good cloud painter. We call him God. Well, he needs to come down and paint me some clouds. Yes, that's it. ITLA. I do know somebody who's a really good painter. She could probably do it, do clouds. But over on that piece over there, I'm thinking about making that backdrop. There's one, I don't know who the company is, but they will do the Susquehanna, right off the Susquehanna River. Um, but again, it's one of those things like, is the water going to come up and it's going to look like, I don't know, is it not going to look right? It's hard. Sometimes backdrops are deceiving because they don't really match the scenery that you have. It's like, oh well, here's your tracks, and then here's a wall of trees, or I don't know. It's something that I really have to look into a little bit more. But again, I'm not really in a huge hurry for it because I got to do this one first. Um, but I obviously I want to get it in before I start putting mountain work over there. So that's just I don't know. We'll see. That's true. Yeah, Don. The less I have to touch stuff, the better. I mean, I do have the roundhouse and things like that, but um, and I don't mind picking up engines and things like that. And I have a couple staging areas over here that I can, like this siding right here. Like if I want to run an engine or don't use it, I usually put it on this siding piece right here because this actually leads into the roundhouse. Um,
So I'll put stuff on this one a lot if I'm cleaning them or if I'm just staging them. I can put probably 3 or 4 engines right there, steam engines, and it's fine. But at some point, you do have to pick stuff up and put it down and move it and cycle stuff out of the roundhouse. Right now, I have a Santa Fe Northern, a nickel plate, Berkshire, an H7, a Y6B, a big boy, a J1A, a Russian Decapod, an L1 Mikado, a triplex, Hudson, and 2 M1s in the roundhouse area right now. So those are kind of like, and if I'm being honest with you too, guys, sometimes like it's like if I want to run an engine out of the roundhouse area, it's like, you got to type in the stuff, have it come out. It's sometimes it's nice to just pick it up, put it on the track, and go. But again, it is what it is. Hey, Dathan, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you. Gauge Master used to make sky cloud effect wallpaper back in the '90s. Yeah, I mean that's okay. I might just have somebody come paint them though if they want to. I could probably get her to come do it. That's half the reason why I painted the walls blue, was in case of the fact that I did want to do that. Should I have gone with doing backdrops again? Probably. But I would have only been, like I said, I would have only been able to go as high as those sills, that windowsill. That's it. Like I'm not going to go way up here and go all the way across. I would have just had it cut off, right down through here. And that's not to saying that I still can't do that. I can, but I wasn't really thinking that far ahead. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. So live and you learn. Live and you learn. I want to put one of my T1s on your turntable and record a video of it spinning around the side at the time of my life. You gonna do a little dirty dancing in here or what? What's going on with you? That's funny though. I do like that. Nobody puts T1 in the corner. No? You don't put a T1 in the corner. Well, I appreciate all you guys being on the stream tonight. It's been a pretty successful stream tonight. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate all you guys being on here. It's awesome. Let's try to hit the 40 likes. What are we at right now? 30 some likes? Got 38 people in here. Let's hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. So yeah, that's the next step. And then the town here that all this stuff is laying on, that's at some point going to get worked on. Don't know what that looks like yet. Out there, I'm going to put some buildings and things like that. That's going to be pretty minimal. It's going to be more of like a rural side going out, leaving this area and going out through the rural areas and things like that. So I won't be putting a whole lot of buildings out there, but a couple. The roundhouse area will probably I got to get more lights, floodlights for in there. More details for the inside here. Nothing too crazy, but there's some stuff that I want to get. I got to install this K&R Customs signal bridge at some point. That's going to be down the road when I have that all done. I'm not really worried about this right now. So, hey Radar, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you. Have a great night. So hopefully by the end of like springtime, summertime, this mountain will be done in here. I'll be working on the other side, getting that tidied up and buttoned up and looking nice. Should put a station out there, and I don't have enough room for a station because it's real narrow. It's only probably 16 inches, 17 inches of a straight. Well, it comes out like this, and then it goes, and it wise down. It shrinks down to like 16, 17 inches. I'd love to be able to do that, but there's just no room for it. Then I put the turnout or the whisker track, the extra track on the right side, just because I wanted to have that, like I said, that loading dock from Todd Architectural, and have that siding with the other warehouse building back there, because it just made more sense. That's really the only thing I could have done with that. And there's really nowhere else I can put it here because it sticks out, and my track's pretty close to the walls. So over here it wouldn't have worked. Over on this corner it wouldn't have worked. That's really the only place that I would have been able to put it where I could have got away with it. Build up. Jeez. Trackage under the station. Again, it's just one of those things. It's like the more that you finagle with it, you start to find out other ways to do things with it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing's set in stone yet, but I have ideas, but nothing's set in stone. But it's going to be an exciting little add-on. I'm excited for it. Let's see, Aaron says, could have always made it a single track out there, having a reversing loop. Yeah, I thought about that. That's a good question, or a good idea and statement. I did think about just having one track go out, and then reversing back. But I don't know. From what I was thinking, because if you were to go out, have it come back, it would still be coming back to here, and then I'd have to split it off again. I was trying to eliminating a lot of turnouts. I just wanted it to be a nice straight shot, just a nice open shot for the engines, just to kind of like let loose a little bit more. And so it's neither here nor there. Things could always change. Hey, Don, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you. Have a great night. All right, boys. So we're going to go ahead and probably pop off for the night. I got some stuff I got to do. Stuff I got to do early in the morning, too, as well. Darren says, my reversing loop can only handle 30. Yeah, that's the thing, too. It's reversing loops. You're a little bit more limited. This one I can, have longer consists. So, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys being on here tonight. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'll be here next week. And hopefully we'll get a camera over there, get this situation figured out here, getting stuff running nice and smooth, and start building that section up and making it looking good. And the other thing too is I'll be able to run 2 trains, 2 consists. Have one going, when one's over here on this side, I can have one coming back on this side. And they can kind of just do this kind of thing instead of just having one, which would be cool. So have a freight train going on one side,
over here, and then maybe on this side with that one going that way, have like a passenger train or whatever, or just have a super long train going. So yeah, James, let me know what you have available. Just send me an email. You have my email. Many projects. Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks. I appreciate that great stream. I will see you guys next week, and hope everybody has a great week. Run some trains, make some chaos, buy some stuff, make good decisions with your money, because a lot of stuff's going to be coming in soon. So, Doc, get a hold of me, man. We'll talk soon. Ohio, thanks for coming on. We'll see you on the next one, buddy. All right, guys, have a great night.